At the Clemson Center for Human Genetics, we wish to leverage comprehensive genetic approaches as well as comparative genomics to understand the genetic basis of susceptibility to human diseases. We wish to promote human precision medicine, to train the next generation of scientists, to spark local and national and international collaborations to advance human genetics, and to promote public understanding of genetics through outreach.
We're leveraging the research, diagnostic, and clinical expertise from the local region, and that's going to enable us to translate science even faster because our scientists are embedded with the clinicians here in Greenwood.
The Greenwood Genetics Center is a healthcare mission, and Clemson University is an education mission. And by marrying those two together, hopefully it will lead to greater economic impact here in Greenwood County and provide high-tech, well-paying jobs for the citizens of Greenwood.
The Greenwood Partnership Alliance looks forward to connecting the Clemson University Center for Human Genetics with our local industries and with partnerships around the world. We know that the research that's done here in Greenwood is going to have a major global impact.
We're going to be able to combine the strengths of the GGC in the clinical evaluation and diagnosis of genetic disorders with the strengths of the Clemson Center in genomics and the combination of two animal model systems, fly and zebrafish, in an unprecedented way to advance our understanding of human genetic disorders.
The caliber of the geneticists we have here at the Center for Human Genetics is really world-class. Trudy McKay is the director. Trudy in herself is a National Academy of Sciences fellow. She's absolutely world-class. So is Robert Anholt. They are really cutting-edge folks who are going to recruit amazing talent here to Clemson.
So the major research focus of the Center for Human Genetics is comparative systems genetics of human health and disease. This is a field that seeks to understand how naturally occurring genetic variation in populations affects intermediate molecular networks, such as networks of transcripts, networks of proteins, metabolites, etc. And then we want to know how these small perturbations in underlying networks affect liability to disease.
This is really where the power comes in of genetic model systems, where it's much easier to control both the environment and the genetic context so that we can actually dissect out the various contributions between nature and nurture.
So my lab developed the Drosophila Genetic Reference Panel, affectionately known as the DGRP, as a public resource for genome-wide association mapping in a scenario where all sequence variants are known. And we and others around the world have used them to understand the genetic basis of complex traits in flies that are relevant to people. For example, sleep, circadian rhythm, food intake, sensitivity to oxidative stress, drug addiction. The problem is that the current status of the lines are not what we sequenced 10 years ago. So we are currently increasing this resource to 2,000 lines.
One particular disorder we are currently looking at is fetal alcohol spectrum disorder. And we would like to investigate what is the genetic predisposition, both in the mother and in the fetus, to developing this particular set of rather tragic disorders. And we have even also developed in our laboratories a model for ocular hypertension in the fruit fly, which we were able to translate as a gene discovery system to gain insights in glaucoma in people, in human populations.
We're looking forward to working with the CCHG using their Drosophila Reference Genome Panel to understand the impact of natural variation on the progression of these diseases. We're going to be able to generate disease models in flies, test the impact of natural variation, and then move some of these into our zebrafish system to validate those genes. We ultimately hope to combine these models to identify new therapeutic treatments for these disorders.
It is extremely important for us to focus on supporting the center because we believe that it will grow and help us translate the research into opportunities for the community, opportunities for jobs, and opportunities for intellectual property throughout South Carolina that will have an impact globally on the world.
If we prevent one case or provide treatment for people that are born with genetic birth defects. If we make their life better, we've done our job.
Talented scientists want to be around the very best scientists, and they want to have world-class facilities. As you can see, we've just built this center that has multiple wet labs as well as bioinformatics and computational space. And we believe by anchoring it with Trudy McKay, a world-class geneticist, we believe that we're going to be able to recruit because of the talent as well as the facilities.